But you can't sit there and say that's not how it
That's
was.
not how
When
it
very,
was.
very clearly,
It's
you
not how
made
it
it
was.
very apparent.
Not how it
What
was.
what else did y'all do? I'm actually really curious. What else did y'all do?
Did y'all watch
Alright.
any movies like
We started
that
to, but
that
we
y'all
didn't
And
actually
then
finish.
started
watch?
fucking.
No.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
actually, yeah. Okay.
No,
yeah.
okay, I did play Overwatch
It's
for a little
chalked. It's
bit.
actually chalked.
I played Overwatch
It's
for a little
chalked.
bit. We went to fucking Buffalo Wild Wings or something like that.
Yeah. So y'all went and got food.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Alright.
Did she pay?
No, yes. Yeah. I paid for the
God damn.
alcohol.
Lord. How do you pick up the dragon headset?
You break it.
Like,
With the
like
pick?
y'all didn't go do anything.
We did each other.
Homie.
Homie. He
Like,
said that with such a level of concern.
like at the end of the day, like, come on. At least like go to the movies or something. Like
Go
y'all saw a
bowling.
movie, sure. Yeah, go bowling. Like go to the zoo. That's like a classic date idea.
The zoo is so nasty.
Yeah, fuck the zoo. I don't support the zoo.
Okay, but you see some cute animals. That's part
That
of it.
are tortured and like don't
Yeah,
like belong there.
I'm the same way,
It's not
Zane. When I go to
SeaWorld.
this,
It is
when I
just
go
because they're
to,
not like beat to do tricks doesn't mean it's okay. Zoos aren't okay either.
when I go to
Okay,
the
so is
zoo
that
or
your excuse?
aquariums
No,
now,
it's not an excuse. That's just a retort. I don't like zoos.
when I go to the zoo or aquariums now, I just think such sad thoughts
Like
about the
I don't like
animals.
zoos anymore. When I was a kid, I
Me
loved
and
zoos. Yay, animals. Now it's animals.
me and
Yeah,
Alyssa be like,
literally.
ooh, look at the penguin. Look at the
They don't
penguin.
belong there. This isn't their natural habitat.
They like
You don't
happy
get
enough.
sad. You don't get sad thinking about the
Those
fact that
animals
they're
have
literally
like
stuck.
most of those
They're
animals
stuck in a
have depression. Did you
box.
know that?
Like,
Did you know those
I
most of the
find
animals have
solace.
depression?
Yeah, because they don't know what it's like on the outside.
Well, that's it. That's horrible.
They get Yeah, they don't want to know what it's like getting fucking chewed to death by goddamn lions, eh?
at least they have the option
To
to
not
like.
get chewed up by
To
a
die?
lion.
To die. They have the option to die.
No,
What a
they just have the
relief.
They
option to
have the
like
option to
swim
be
in like
free.
the
The
open
option to be
ocean.
free to do
It's
them.
kind of moronic to think every single zoo whips and beats
I
every animal they
just
have.
said that's not what they
That's
do.
not at all what we think.
Okay, well that is what y'all said at
That's
first. And then
No.
no. I
y'all
said
kind of like
I said
backtracked
it's
on
not
it.
like they do that. I said the exact opposite when you brought up SeaWorld. Actually, dickhead, you brought up SeaWorld. I said that's not what
Before.
happens. I said
What
poor
are you
Before.
talking
animals.
about? No one has said that.
Y'all are actually gaslighting me.
No,
No,
you're
we're
just being
not.
retarded. No one said
No
that.
one said that.
Y'all are so annoying.
I think it's
LOL.
sad that they're locked in a cage.
Yeah,
Like
that's the entire issue.
they're
They're not
stuck
in their natural
behind a
habitat.
window of glass. They're
Sure,
like
yeah,
trapped.
it quote unquote sucks, but when they don't have to worry about their next meal every single day, they don't get to run around, sure, but at least they get to live, they get to have mates, they get to enjoy life in captivity.
You see that
Yeah,
sentence?
but I just
Your
think
whiteness is showing so heavy.
What?
They get to live happy life in
Okay, so
captivity,
what happens?
nigga. In
What
captivity.
happens? What? Okay, so what do you want to happen, right? These fucking babies that are literally born to die, their mothers are dead, they get raised in zoos, you want them to just die in the wild? That's
Circle
really
of life.
lame,
what
huh?
are you
Circle of
talking
life.
about?
Because that's what 90% of, like, the
But
good
that
zoos
is
do.
life.
90%? You are so
What?
slow. If it was 90%, the species
The
wouldn't
good
even be
zoos!
alive anymore.
Let me
There'd be
finish
no
a
animals if it was a
sentence,
90%
you fucking
mortality rate.
moron! Of the good zoos! Like
What are
animal
you?
rehabilitation centers!
But that's
Or
different.
rescue centers.
That's different.
Those
Taking
are
an animal
different.
that's in danger, taking an animal that's
But people
suffering.
categorize those as zoos too because they repurpose them and they allow people
But
to come look at the animals they saved!
that's different.
How is that different? How is that different? They're both zoos!
No.
What?
What do you mean,
One is a
no?
rehabilitation clinic that you can visit,
That
sure.
people also pay to enter and look at all the animals! What is a zoo? Tell me the definition of a zoo.
One has captured animals, one has injured animals. There is a difference.
And then what about the ones that are injured? What about those? Because that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's not 90% of zoos.
Of good zoos.
Oh my
I said
God.
good zoos.
Ugh.
That's what y'all
Now you're
didn't hear.
just- now
Y'all
you're
heard
just
90%.
changing- No, you're just
No,
changing your
no.
argument. You're changing your argument.
Because y'all aren't fucking listening, apparently.
What?
I have to go to a whole different topic
This is what I
because
deal
y'all
with. This is
like-
what I deal with
y'all like-
all the time.
Oh my
Sam.
god. Two moronic idiots trying to have a
No,
conversation with
no,
one person
no.
that's
A
trying to make
moronic
sense.
idiot trying to have an argument with two idiots who know what they're talking about.
So stupid.
You don't know what you're talking about. We know what we're talking about. We don't support zoos because they have captured animals. Captured.
And the ones that are rescued and are zoos.
We're not
what about
talking about those. See,
I'm
this,
talking about that!
you're bringing
You
those in for
were-
no
you
reason.
were
You're bringing those
not
in for no
talking about
reason.
those.
This is what
No,
he
no, all
does.
zoos are
This is what you
terrible.
do.
I don't like zoos.
This is what you
I
do.
don't like zoos. All zoos are terrible. That's what y'all said.
Yes, we're
That
talking
is
about
like-
specific
that
zoos.
is such
Zoos
a
in
small-
specific.
No,
zoos.
I'm talking
zoos.
about the one that me and Alyssa went to.
And then you bring up a completely different thing because we're talking
such
about
a
just
small
No,
zoos.
it's not a completely different thing because I was talking about what me and Alyssa did, which is go to a zoo that does not capture animals. Because guess what? This whole conversation happened because you don't know how to have a fucking date with anyone besides showing them your cock.
So it seems like you ran out of arguments.
Woo.
No, this turned from us talking about how do you always go after the stupid bitches to no, it's not a zoo, it's a rehabilitation center, and they're saying the complete opposite.
That was you.
It's not a zoo, it's a rehabilitation center.
Yes, that was you. You that's where you went when you were like, oh.
Oh yeah, probably. But still, the whole point is the whole topic of conversation. I didn't change shit. Y'all changed shit.
Yes, you did.
You brought up the
No,
zoo.
I didn't.
You brought up
No, I
the zoo.
didn't. Yeah, I brought up the zoo because it was a date idea. I didn't bring up the zoo and say shit like that.
Yeah, and I went, I don't like zoos. And Sam went, yeah. And you were like, what? What's wrong with zoos? And that's how we got here. You.
Yeah, I was like, not every zoo is SeaWorld, and y'all were like, oh, but actually, they actually hurt the animals. They captured them.
No,
They
we
don't
did
get to
not.
live life. They capture them? You
Yes.
literally said
Animals
there are
are
captured
captured.
animals in
Yes.
the zoo.
Yes,
yeah.
they're
So,
captured.
Yeah, they
you
are.
just
What
said.
is the
You
issue?
They
just
are,
said.
Trey, they
They're
are.
captured. I said
I
captured.
was
You're
talking about the good zoos.
And guess what? You're referring to a good zoo. That's not a thing. You're referring to a rehabilitation clinic, which is not what we were
Which is a
talking
good
about.
zoo.
No,
It is a
it's
zoo.
not.
They charge
not.
people to
It's
go
not.
in there. They charge
not
people to go in there and
Oh,
look at the
they
animals.
just
How is
said
that
they
a zoo?
charge.
All right.
Oh my
So guess what?
God.
I'm gonna look up the definition of a zoo, and when it says a location that charges people to go look at fucking animals or something like that, you're gonna look like fucking dumbasses.
And then look at rehabilitation clinic or something because they are two
Yeah.
different things. Yes, they both house,
There's two different
house
things,
animals.
but the
sure.
location does both. It can be two things, but the location does both.
And you know what we're talking about, Trey? We're talking about zoos, not rehabilitation
An establishment
clinics.
which maintains a collection of wild animals, typically in a park or gardens, for study, conservation, or display to the public. Three different things. So a zoo is all of those things.
Did any of that say
Tweaking.
rehabilitation though? Did any of that say
What do you
welfare
mean?
care?
Conservation. What do you think conservation is?
I said rehabilitation, not conservation. Those are two different things. Conservation, make sure one thing doesn't go extinct. Rehabilitation is
Conservation.
help. What do you want to say now?
Conservation is saving it.
Conservation is saving the species as a whole. Rehabilitation is saving one individual.
Does
Again,
that not
they're-
have a hand-in-hand thing? Is that not hand-in-hand? Saving one thing to help save the species? Does that not make sense?
No, it
Oh my God.
doesn't.
That-
You
that
are the
you're
one who's all over the
moron.
place right now, dog. Not me. Like I'm not wrong here, am I? He's all over the place right now,
No,
right?
he's all over the place.
Exactly.
Nuts. Literally nuts.
You're the tweaking one,
Literally
dog.
nuts.
I don't know what to tell you.
I'm tweaking because it's like I'm talking a whole different language to you fucks.
You are,
I
because
literally
you're
just-
wrong.
I just brought up a whole definition on zoo, and it's exactly what I was talking about.
No, it's not.
It's not.
Tell me why it's not, real quick. Tell me why it's not.
I did numerous
Because
times.
it's not.
Conservation.
See, here's the thing. You're
by
getting stuck with this
helping an
one
animal.
word and trying to help you get with this, but it's not working. 'Cause it's not how it
Because I'm
is.
trying to find common ground, dog. I'm trying to find common
You're
ground.
reaching.
Because this doesn't make
You're
sense
reaching
to me.
is
No,
what
this isn't
you're doing.
reaching.
It's
I'm trying
reaching.
to find. I literally just fucking asked you, how does this not make sense? I'm asking the question again, so you can bring up a point. If it makes so much sense
We
to you,
did, 'cause
why
I
are
broke
you-
it down.
Stop it! I'm not taking it. Holy fuck! If it makes so much sense to you, then explain it again.
We
if it's so
did.
easy. No, you didn't! I asked the question a second time and you're like, you see, this is what you do. Like a fucking moron. Tell me again, please!
What is your question at this point?
How is conservation not the same as rehabilitation, whatever the fuck it is?
Again, conservation, saving a species from existence. Rehabilitation, helping an individual recover from
And are they
something.
not hand in hand? How are
No.
they not hand in hand?
No.
Helping the individual.
Oh, okay, how about this?
If you have two individuals
Hey,
and
hey,
they
shut up,
mate,
shut up,
which
shut
is
up,
what they
shut up.
do,
Oh my god. See,
how does that
you
not
get mad when I
save
don't let
them?
you talk, and then here you go. I'm trying to
Because
break it down.
you've
trying to
had
break it
way
down.
more talk time
I'm
than
trying to
me
break it
right
down.
now. You've had
I'm trying to
fucking
break
way
it
more.
down.
Oh, go.
All right, let's take this. Let's say a species of monkey is going extinct. You conserve those to make sure they don't die out in the wild. Sure. Let's say the species of monkeys is perfectly fine, but one breaks its leg. You're going to help it break with its leg. This broken leg monkey, you're not helping its entire species. You're helping the one. You're helping
Okay,
the
so
entire
what
species.
happens when you help? What happens when you help the one animal a part of an endangered species?
That's
Then
different.
it's both.
That's still
How is
different.
it? Why would it be different? It's literally the
Because that's
exact
not
same
what we're
thing.
Because you're
talking
not
about.
putting
We're
it
not
together.
saying what if. We're not saying what if, Trey.
You're
No,
all
we're
about
saying what if?
whataboutism.
You just brought up a hypothetical.
In rebuttal to
my
your
God.
hypotheticals. In rebuttal to
Your
your hypothetical.
What was my hypothetical? What was my hypothetical?
The whole animal. The whole.
No, yeah, there is nothing. There is no hypothetical. I was saying, this is what it is. And then you're like, okay, here's an
You say
example.
this is
And
what it
then
is
you're
by
like,
dropping a
then-
whataboutism. That's
and
what
then
you're
you cut me
doing.
off
You're
again.
the king
And then
of
you cut me off again.
whataboutisms.
And then you cut me off again. And then we cut me off again. I didn't say
The
what
whole
about.
point- The whole point is that conservation is different than rehabilitation.
But they are hand in hand.
No.
They're different, sure, but they're hand in hand.
That is the whataboutism.
Okay,
Yes, they can
okay.
be. How about that? They
So
can
then-
be
so
hand in
then-
hand, but they are not
They're not.
directly
They don't
interlinked.
can be. They are. They just
they're
are.
not.
No, they're not. Oh my god.
When you're
that would
conserving a
mean
species,
'cause if you're
when
saying-
one is hurt, you rehabilitate it. Does that not make sense?
You're
But
putting.
they may
You're.
not be
when you're
hurt.
trying to save a species,
I'm done.
Okay,
when you
Trey,
are trying to
okay,
save a
Trey,
species,
Trey,
when you
okay,
are trying to
Trey,
save a species,
Trey,
you
Trey.
don't just look at one
Sam,
get hurt
Sam,
and you go,
please.
well, it's too far
Sam,
gone.
please.
You
Okay,
rehabilitate
yeah,
it, but you're
please.
saving
no,
it.
that's not what
Sam,
you're doing.
please.
If you're
Sam,
conserving
please.
it, you may not also be rehabilitating it. If it may not be injured and you're
Why
still
would you not?
conserving it. It may
that's,
not be
that's
injured
conservation.
and you're
That's
Yes,
conservation.
You're talking
that's
like it
what
goes
we're
And
back
then-
and forth. The way you're talking like it goes back
and
and forth
then-
hand in hand. When it doesn't, you dumb
Oh
fuck.
my
One can happen
fucking
that leads
God.
to another. One can't. You can't go, oh, this
So what
entire
happens?
species is
What
endangered.
happens?
Let's rehabilitate them all. That's not how it fucking works, you fucking
Now
retard.
rehabilitate them all. When did I say that?
That's how
When
you're
did I
doing
say
it. That's
that?
how you're saying it. That's your
No,
argument.
I have said over and over again. I have said over and over again. When one gets hurt, one. Y'all are acting like you're so smart right now, but you are just completely bending my words.
Sam, you're hearing this. It's not me, right? It's not me.
Okay, so what happens when this happens, right? When a species that you're conservating, when one gets hurt, what do?
You rehabilitate it.
Right.
one.
So
The
why
one.
isn't it hand
The
in hand?
one.
Because you're
Because
you're
they're
rehabilitating
different.
the one, the individual.
Right. To help conservate it.
No,
It
you're
goes
helping
hand
it
in
because
hand.
it's hurt, so you're going to help it, not because they need to fuck, because it's hurt. That's what rehabilitation is for, to help something that is hurt, not because it needs to fuck, because it's hurt. It does not go
But
hand in hand.
that's what you're failing to understand. It goes
I
hand
said, oh my
in
God,
hand.
No.
I said it.
Trey,
Y'all are not understanding because you're not letting me fucking explain why it makes sense.
Conservation is when they need to breed. That is
To
conservation
help
when
save the species.
yes.
Just
That's
because you're
not the
rehabilitating
same.
it does not mean it's for conservation, and that's the whole point. Just because you're helping the one individual does not mean you're conserving the entire species. Cause that's what I'm saying here, which is why it's not hand in hand. Now, if you're conserving a whole species, of course you're going to rehabilitate as many as you can because you're trying to conserve them. That makes sense. But the other way around doesn't make sense, which is what
You
which
just
we're getting
said
at.
makes sense is what I'm talking about. You just said it made sense. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
So
cool.
why are y'all fighting me on
You're
this?
you're not listening.
How am I not listening?
You're only listening
so
to the parts
simple.
that make you
It's
right.
so
That's your
simple.
issue. You only
It's
listen to the
so
parts that
simple.
make you right, and that's why
I
I
just
can't
pointed
argue
out
with
the part that I'm talking about.
Trey, the whole start was that rehabilitation and conservation are two different things. That was the start.
They are two different things.
Yeah.
But
so that's it.
there
so that's
are
it.
times when they're hand in hand. There are so many
it doesn't
places.
Matter. It doesn't
Let
matter.
me fucking talk! There are so many spots that do both in the same location.
Okay, Trey.
Unreal. Bro just pressed he died in Minecraft.
That's
baby.
wild. You just you don't understand how bad you sound.
Y'all just refuse to even listen. It's crazy.
We listened to everything you said, bro.
And you were wrong
No,
about
you
almost
didn't.
everything.
Because I got cut off about half of it. You literally
you
said I was
were
right on
wrong.
like half the shit I said.
Trey,
You said I was
you-
right on half the shit I said.
Trey, you
Because
love
this is what
repeating
happens.
yourself.
This is what's happening. This is what's happening. I say
You love
something,
repeating
and y'all like,
yourself.
that's stupid. And then y'all say why y'all are right. And then half the things that you say are exactly what I'm saying. We're fighting for no reason because you refuse to actually comprehend what I'm telling you.
So let's break this down.
Oh my god.
So you're saying that conservation and rehabilitation go hand in hand, correct? Is that what you're saying here?
Yes.
And I am now listen closely. I am telling you that it's not the case because to be hand in hand, it would have to be a vice versa type beat, you know? Like to conserve would be to rehabilitate and to rehabilitate would be to conserve, you know? That's what you're saying here. That is what you are saying here, okay?
But that isn't what I'm saying.
Then what the fuck are
Hand in
you
hand
talking
is a
about?
phrase. Hand in hand is a phrase.
That's what hand in hand means.
Okay, you want to look up the definition of hand in hand?
No!
Look it up. Look it up. Look it up, Trey.
Because it's a phrase. It can mean multiple fucking
What's
things.
it mean? What's it mean?
Hand in hand definition. It's talking about when two people hold hands.
And now the internet cannot help you because we have diverged so
It
far
says
from
hand
the
in
original
hand
point.
is an idiom that is used to say that two people or things are closely connected or related. You cannot say rehabilitation and conservation are not closely related or anything like that. They are connected or related because guess what? When you're trying to conserve something, if it were to get hurt, you rehabilitate it. That's the whole thing I'm trying to say.
And yes, you'd be right.
Y'all are hung up on this hand-in-hand shit when it's an
Because-
idiom that is used as a phrase and you can't pin down what it means.
Okay,
Because you
Trey,
can't
you're
pin
right.
down
You're
what
right,
it means.
Trey, you're right.
You
You're
got
right.
that, bro. You
You're
got
right.
it, bro. It's okay.
Oh, did I make too much sense for y'all? Y'all
No,
didn't have to
you're
fucking talk about
not
it?
making
Okay.
any, so it doesn't
Alright.
matter
Alright,
anymore.
Trey, what is wrong with your head? Like,
What are you talking about? What am I speaking to y'all? What am I speaking to y'all? I am literally bringing up definitions to back up my fucking statements and
Why
y'all are
do you
still
care?
against me on this.
so much about being right
Because
and
this
us
is
being
what
wrong.
Zay does. This
No,
is what
this
Zay
is
does.
what
He's like,
you
this is what you do.
This is what Trey
Let me
does.
finish! Holy shit!
See?
This is what Zay does. He goes,
my
this is what
God.
Trey does. and then
Trey,
tries
I'm
to break
so
it down like it's a
sorry.
fucking
I'm so
science.
sorry that
It is so annoying.
that you were taught that like screaming and all that like is good and healthy.
Because it's the only way I can get a fucking sentence out without y'all interrupting me.
Ooh. Damn, Zay, why you had to interrupt him like that?
Because he was just so impossibly wrong, I couldn't help it.
How was I wrong? You said half the shit I said was right. And I
Okay,
brought up
what about
fucking
the other
dictionary
half?
statements
The other
from
half.
Cambridge.
50%
Because it was
still
just
an
random
F, dog.
shit. How? Okay, half of the fucking sentence can be a subject. It's just basic at that point. The is not a statement that can be wrong or right. So half of what I say is a point. That just makes sense.
So if we go like that, then therefore you're only 25% correct. If we're taking out the filler, is that what you want to do, dog?
Where do you get 25% from?
I don't know. Who the fuck? happened? Dog, I hate everything